Hello and welcome to Traditional Stitches FlossTube video number 33. I'm Janice Spencer, the owner of Traditional Stitches, and with me today is Rose Heck, our Stitch Along leader. Hi Rose.
Hi Janice.
How are you today?
Doing good. The sun is shining, it's glorious out, and yeah. How are you doing?
Good. It's been a whole month since we've gotten together though, so what have you been up to?
A little bit of stitching and a little bit of camping.
I saw that.
No cleaning hardly.
Cool. Excellent. All right. So on our video today, we're going to talk about our Lucy Barber Stitch Along. We're going to talk about the Hannah Campbell Sampler, which I'm really excited about. We're going to unbox a Kohana sewing set together and then talk about some plans.
Good.
So how's Lucy Barber coming for you?
Good. I'm going to pick her up this evening again and continue on, and I better pull out the chart. So we're on, what are we on?
We're starting month 3 today.
Okay, why did I think month 4? Yeah. So I have to look at my, there we go. Okay, pardon me. So this is month 3. That is a bit of the border and this really nice vase, urn, whatever you want to call it. So some flowers, and it's your choice whether you want to complete this piece or not. That's always to the discretion of the stitcher. And so, I mean, this is probably nothing new, but there is month 1 and month 2 totally complete. And I think I went a little further with the border on the left side because if you have the threads, just keep on going. So
sometimes it's about efficiency, hey?
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
And yes.
So I heard that you were at the Framers this week.
Yes.
And she kept this undercover so you couldn't see it.
She did. I actually asked her, I said, does Janice have her piece? And she kind of, I think she shuffled me off. And so I was like, okay.
Yeah. So
drum roll.
Yeah. Here she is.
Oh, wow. Gorgeous.
Yep. I'm so happy with her.
Yeah.
So a couple of things that I'm going to tell you guys about, chart things that have come up. Part of it applies to this month's section and part of it applies to next month's section. For this month's section, you will see when you open up the graph that this little flower motif wasn't graphed.
Yes.
So it's really easy to just copy it from that one and put it in there, but just make sure that you don't leave that space blank. And then the other thing is in this pot with the red basket. So I think our dividing line is kind of right here for going into the next month. But on one side, the order of the berry colors is different than the other side. And so I would just pick whichever one you like the best. I did the version that has the purple berries both on the inside and the yellow berries on the outside.
Okay.
And so I'm just going to open up my chart here to explain that a little bit better. But if you look on the opening that is page 7 and 8, you look at those two kind of tall urns that have red baskets, you'll see one of them has the purple and the yellow flowers in one order, or berries in one order, and then the other basket is different. So just pick the one that you like and make them the same, would be what I'd say.
I recall those 2 items that were mentioned probably by Nicola. And it's a good reminder. I'll make a note of it later and make sure I do that.
Yeah, so I just wanted to zip along and get it done so that we could have a shop model of Lucy in the shop. The one thing that was a little bit different about her is these roses. down here.
Mhm.
That I padded those, just like Nicola said, she padded those, and
Mhm.
I'm really happy with how they turned out. I was a little bit worried about the satin stitch with the 100/3 thread, but they look great, so I'm really happy.
Oh, good. Good to know.
Yeah. Oh, and I changed the deer to Rudolph. So I don't know if
Okay.
you remember me telling you this. Well, it's hard to see.
Yes.
But
Yes.
when my friend Janine Cheney, who owns Acorns and Threads, first saw this chart, she thought that the deer was Rudolph because it had red in its face. But really it was just the tongue. But I changed mine to be Rudolph. So just for Janine.
Did you take the complete nose, including the mouth, and turn it red then?
No, I just made the nose red and then put the mouth in black.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
just to,
That's good to know for anybody that would want to copy your idea.
yeah,
So,
but just fun, a little bit of personalization. So
there we go.
yeah. So that was kind of the only thing I stitched on for about 3 months, and it's done.
Yes, monogamy has become your middle name.
All right, next subject. And then we're going to be recording our next video to show part 4 of the Lucy Barber Sampler a couple days early, because I'm going on Jeanette Douglas's trip to Italy in May, and we leave on the 14th. So we're going to have to do the video a couple days early.
Oh, wow. Yay.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Are you ready to talk about Hannah Campbell?
Yes.
Do you have your chart handy?
I do. Yes.
Mm-hmm. This, so I wasn't going to jump into another big sampler right away. I thought I should finish off some small projects, but after seeing the starts on the Facebook group and getting my hands on the chart, I'm not going to be able to resist. And I'm fairly sure you've succumbed to this project too.
Yeah, yeah. She is a beauty.
Yeah, so we'll talk about our exclusive frippery here in a couple of minutes, but I just wanted to talk about our plan for rolling out the Hannah Campbell Sampler. So it is going to be a stitch along on the Facebook group that was the Eliza Martha Linfoot group, and it's just morphing over into the Hannah Campbell group. So everybody is welcome to join us, even if they're not stitching the sampler. Just is another one of those great groups to belong to. So we are holding on to orders waiting for Lakeside Linens. We kind of were a little bit late in getting, all of us shops were a little bit late in getting our information to Lakeside to get her to be producing the linen that we need. So she's doing it just as fast as she can to keep up with demand. So that'll be here in a few weeks. The other fabric option that we're offering is legacy linen in Irish coffee, and I think it's Thai iced tea is the name of the 45 count. And they are both very similar matches to the Lakeside. They're just solid colors.
Okay. And
so they'll be here about the same kind of time frame, and both are beautiful choices. Some people have been talking about other fabric choices and maybe something that's more readily available or easily available. From my shop's perspective, we've invested really heavily in the Lakeside linens and the legacy linens. So those are going to be what we're primarily going to support for this design. And I think they're great choices.
Good.
So then about this frippery gift that we're offering. So kind of like we did with Lucy Barber, we are offering an incentive for people who order the chart, the linen, and the thread for Hannah Campbell from us by giving a gift of Minnie McBean's frippery. And so that was kind of a last minute thing as well. So we're waiting for those to come. I've seen the artwork, and Susan did a fantastic job. I know she put her head together with Nicola in choosing what the image is going to be for the frippery. And so really excited to see those, but those aren't going to be here for a few weeks anyways. So the linen will come, the frippery will come, and then we'll do our shipping at that point. And we're aiming for a June 1st stitch along start date.
Okay. Okay. That is what I have heard also. So
Yeah.
bottom line is, if you don't quite have your supplies, then it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have other things in your stash to stitch.
Right. And live vicariously for a little bit. Tempt and tantalize yourself with the Facebook groups. So.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And so the frippery is only available from the 5 shops that are sponsoring the stitch along. So that's Us Traditional Stitches, Acorns and Threads in Portland, Attic in Arizona, Kathy's Needle in a Haystack in Alameda, California, and Stitch in Time in Australia. So, and the frippery supplies are actually going to be super limited. I know at this point we're kind of counting down our last 20 available kits to have the frippery included. So that's getting kind of under the wire. So
that's it then?
yes. So the
wow.
Minnie McBean lady, like I said, we kind of pulled this together last minute.
Yeah.
And she was only able to get a certain number of the little bits that she needs to make the frippery.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
so
and for anybody that has never seen a frippery, I'll show Lucy Barber and you'll maybe understand, I think it's on here, yes, why there's so many components to any one little frippery. She's done, where are we? My hand is in the way, there we go. You can see there's all sorts of little charms and the cabochon, and they're lovely. They're really nice. So it isn't no small feat for her probably to pull everything together and make these. And we're not talking 1 or 2 or 10. We're probably a few hundred.
Yes, definitely.
Not more. So
yeah, but we're always so excited when our suppliers say yes.
yes.
Right? They don't say, no, that's not something that I can do. They say, let's make it happen. And that's really heartening for us. So.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear.
Yeah. So can't wait to see those, and we'll be sure to show them off just as soon as we can.
Perfect.
All right, and so as always, in the description box below our video, there are links to everything that we discussed. So just read down there and click on those links and you'll get taken to the place on our website that you need to be.
Perfect.
I have a special thing that I wanted to share with you all. The Kohana scissors have been incredibly popular, as you all know. And a couple months ago, they released a pink called Cherry Blossom. And it sold out so fast, all gone. So in an effort to get a few more, we splurged and brought in the sewing sets that have the cherry blossom color in them. So they're not inexpensive. So I thought that I would do an unboxing of the sewing set package and just show you guys what all you get in them. So ready?
Ready.
Okay, so it comes in a handkerchief made of cherry blossom bandshu weave. So when I was telling Kathleen in the shop that I was going to do this, she said, don't you dare, because you're never going to get it all back together. But okay, I'm braver than that. So that's the handkerchief. And then this is the box inside. This is a surprise for me too. I haven't opened one yet. So.
Oh, okay. I have seen someone else do an unboxing. So
just a little card. This. Okay. This would be like a microfiber cleaning cloth. And then another little piece. This feels very suede-y. It might just be a box liner, but.
Okay. It looks like something you could use for storing needles in it, weave it in and out.
This box is going to be a cute little sewing case because this drawer popped out and it just sits in the top there.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And then, it's sturdy construction, so you definitely would be using that either to keep these treasures in it or for something else. So these are the scissors, the irresistible cherry blossom pink scissors. So with pretty tassel, leather sheath, and
it's not going anywhere out of that leather sheath.
no, it's nice.
Good.
And these just feel so good. Like the action just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People talk about when you close a pair of scissors and that sound, that audible sound that, you know, it's very satisfying.
Yeah. That's, yes,
Those are it.
so pretty. Okay. And then a little needle case.
Oh, okay.
So with needles.
Oh, it does come with needles.
Yeah. So these are small eye looking needles
Okay.
with sharp points.
Okay.
And then this teeny tiny cute pincushion.
Yeah.
Look at that. So wood with a little bit of a satin pincushion. Okay, and then a couple of wooden thread winders. Just teensy weensy. And then this is going to be a Tamari pincushion necklace with pin. Do you think? Anyways, I want to open that up. I think I want to open it up. Hang on a
I
sec.
agree. I agree.
Oh, this is the threader. Haha, this is the threader.
Okay. Oh, yes. Yes, I see that now. Yep.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Yes, it is.
Hmm.
Like a cherry blossom.
Hmm. Now I want to open up more things in here and just see. Drop
There's
them on the
more.
floor. Yeah. So there's a little bit of documentation information in there.
Okay.
And so the list of the set includes the sewing box, the scissors, the Tamari pincushion necklace with pin. You think that this is supposed to be a necklace, actually?
Everything fits, except I don't understand how you would use it.
I think so. I think it's fine enough that you could.
Does it have a little clasp? Not a clasp.
It has a little tab. Has this little leather tab there that
sure.
we could certainly put a chain through and
chain or a leather chain. They aren't chains, but a leather piece if you want to stick the leather on leather.
I don't know.
Just
remember we used to clip our
Yeah.
scissors to our shirts and have those handy and close. Maybe that would be the same thing. Okay, cool. So then the sewing needle set, which we showed, the woven needle threader, which I think might be my favorite part.
Yes.
Then the threaders, the white one and the black one, and then small sewing box and the handkerchief. So
Nice.
yeah, very pretty thing. What a treasure. And currently the only way to get the pink scissors. So, and then you get the added bonuses along with it. Okay. Well, thanks for sharing that with me. I really wanted to do it with you. So.
And now the challenge is putting it back together.
Yes, I'll do that off video. Nobody needs to hear me swear.
Good idea.
That, so, anyway. So from a Kohana perspective right now, we have got a few of these pink sewing sets in stock. We've got a couple of sets of the burnt umber color embroidery scissors. That's the dark red one. And we have the sewing shears available in this pink color and in the bright red and also in the burnt umber. and
Okay.
not very many of those, but happy to have those. And I did just check the distributor's website today, and all of that stuff is totally sold out and not available. So we do have some stock of those right now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's when they send out an email to say that something's available, we just go and load our shopping cart and take what we can get these days.
Right. That's exactly it.
Yeah. So one thing that I usually like to talk about in our FlossTube videos is in-stock hand-dyed linen parade. And we are waiting on huge shipments from Seraphim, Fox and Rabbit, Lakeside, Needle and Flax, but I didn't have really very much to show today. The one thing that I forgot to bring that I wanted to say was that last week we got a huge shipment of 36 count R&R Winter Brew. So if that is a linen color that you've been waiting for, we do have several yards on hand, and now would be a good time to order it. It is just such a versatile, neutral fabric and sometimes hard to get. So we do have plenty of that.
Yes. Isn't Blackbird Designs use a lot of Winter Brew? I'm just trying to think. There's a few designs that do.
Yeah, Brenda Gervais has been using it. That last design that she hit out of the park, the every opening flower chart, that we can't keep in stock, and we've had 4 or 5 shipments of it since it was released already. That's on Winter Brew, and so we're going through a lot of it there.
Yeah.
And that's just beautiful design. So then that's kind of it. So going on in the shop, we signed up this week for the Needlework Marketplace, which is going to be the online trade show at the end of August. So we're looking forward to that. And more details to be announced there. I'm starting to kit and put things together to take to the retreat in Edmonton on June 24th. And so we're looking for, if people have special requests or advance orders, we're happy to take those. And we'd like to start working on them now. Actually, we're accumulating quite a few, and it's just the best chances. Things like, we're not going to take loose stock of threads to the retreat, but if people wanted us to kit something in advance, we could do that. And yeah, I think that's kind of what's going on.
Yeah. For those that do live or are going to that retreat, this would be a good time to save on shipping. Ask you to kit something up, grab something, bring it down, or bring it up, I guess, and there you go.
Yeah. So that retreat, the boutique, there's going to be a few vendors there. We're the shop, and the other ones are going to be more specialized into other things. The boutique is only open to registered attendees of the retreat. And the last I heard, there were still a couple spaces left. So if you wanted to join us, we'll be there all weekend.
Good.
Yeah. So do you have some finishes to show us, Rose?
I do. I'm trying to decide where to start. I guess I'll start, I'll work small and go up.
Sounds good.
I'm not going to grab the smalls that I finished. I'll leave those. I finished and fully framed, and I'll show you. This is probably mine. Oops, glare. So this is a vintage frame that I have doctored up. Okay, this is Heartstring Samplery, one of her Sunday samplings. And I can't remember what it's called. But if you see one, there are 3 more. So this is, every few years, my sisters and I, we do a special sisters getaway. And this one is in June. So I always do some stitching for them and make a project bag. So this will be their gift. And they always reciprocate. I've got talented sisters, and there's always something special. Cool. So those are those finishes. And my daughter got married last year, and she picked a piece. I guess I should have grabbed the books I had. She picked a piece that I kind of had to design myself. The company is called Stitch People. And so following a photo from their wedding, I came up with something. And I call this my Maud Lewis of cross stitching, and you'll see why. So this is the finished piece.
Oh, that turned out awesome.
It did. And the truck, I will never do a vehicle or anything in perspective. It should be either the side or the front. And that's my Maud Lewis. It's a little wonky and charming folk art. And I'll just show you the back, because always try to personalize something. So this is what I did. I was able to put their photo of what it's based on and decorate it with stickers and that type of thing. So I hope that they will enjoy that.
Oh,
So,
absolutely. That's lovely.
it is. And sorry, I have to find a place to put this. I don't wreck it or scratch it before they get it. And the last piece that I fully finished, and this is the one that you were excited to see,
Yes.
is the Smith Sampler from the Scarlet House. So that's my finished piece. So, and I did put, you can't see it, but my personalization right there.
I just love that piece.
I do too.
It looks great, Rose.
It does. Thank you. I had to go rescue a couple of these off of the wall, so I had already placed them. So yes, I do have wall space. Yes, I have places. So,
thank goodness you got a lot of samplers to stitch yet. So
you don't know the half of it, or maybe you do.
Yeah, I might have a clue.
You might have a clue. Yeah.
And speaking of samplers that you're going to need wall space for, you've got a couple of big girls on the go there too, right?
I have the what, I'm just trying to think. I have the one here. So everyone knows Miss Marianne Bournes. I've shown this, and this is going to be, you know, continual for the rest of the year. I didn't take her out of my Millennium frame, even though she's going to be switched out for Lucy today. But this is my progress thus far. I'm kind of trying to do my own stitch along. So I've divided the design into 12 parts. And somebody asked me how I do that. And I didn't really have an answer, but you have to kind of look at what is maybe dense heavy and what is easier. And I know the next month is going to be this B-scap. And I think that's going to be done over 2 months. I think I've given myself more than I can handle, but I'm almost done this month, and it'll get put aside for May. And I mean, I have a few other things. I started Dutch Beauty. Yeah, that one I think I've divided into 18 months. So if anybody knows the size of that, it's humongous. Humongous. So that might be a lifetime, you know, do it till I die kind of piece. I don't know. And I've got some other things going, some active whips. And I always like to add in some smalls, especially if I go camping. I need something that is maybe more smaller count, lower count, and that I can work in my hand. Right. So yeah, that's all I have that I'll, you know, show at this moment. So.
Well, I'm kind of hanging out in that no man's land in between finishing the big project and I get next. So with Lucy Barber finished, I've been doing a couple of little small projects, but I had a conversation with Nicola about the size of the Hannah Campbell Sampler, and I just was not sure that I wanted to jump back into another big sampler right away, but I don't think I can resist. So now I just have to wait for my linen to come and to mount that up and get started. So in the meantime, I've been contemplating Esther Blackwood. So this was our Hands Across the Sea exclusive sampler for last year, the Canadian sampler. So it's a pretty special sampler, and I would really like to get it finished. Not that far along. So I got most of those alphabets out of the way, so that's good. And now, are you looking at yours?
Yes, it's just on the wall over there. So I was kind of comparing Yeah, you're right. You are not that far along, but I do know how fast you can stitch, and you are a two-handed stitcher.
Yeah,
So-
well, this was kind of my travel project, so it's scrunchy and off the frame, but I'm thinking I will make much better progress if I put it on the frame. So I probably will do that. And just see,
You know, go ahead.
I'm also thinking about customizing it just a little bit. Your husband is a truck guy, so you're going to know this term. I'm thinking about slamming my sampler a little bit.
I don't think he's ever used that word, but
So, making it a little bit shorter and
right.
Right. Getting it finished one day. So as that plan goes through, I will keep you all posted.
Right. And that's a good point. Where did I put Hannah Campbell? I put her away. But for somebody that is a little bit overwhelmed by the size of something, there we go. Why not just either take some motifs and make smalls, or you can do, people are really into drums. You could take a line of like the two trees in the house. That would make a cute drum.
Yeah. I'm totally enamored with this motif here. And
I know.
So there's lots of cross stitch over one in here, but like to make that be a pincushion, or could you turn that into a biscornu? Is that the right shape to try to
possibly, yes,
do that with?
If I think about the biscornus that I have made, they're based on a square, and yes, I think you could, for sure. Good idea. Good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is gorgeous. She is gorgeous. I think what has, not, what's the word I'm looking for? Can't think of the word, but all the over one stitching is going to temper me a bit. So I think when I do get into that piece, it'll be a combination of doing over one stitching and then go to some over two and back and forth.
Yeah, do the treat reward system.
Right.
So the over one is in the lettering on that medallion that I showed you. A couple of the little birds are over one. And the wording in her name and alphabet and the verse is over one. So you're right, there's a fair amount.
All the little blackbirds I found were over one, and there's quite a few. So
there is this cool, can I do it without showing? Those diamonds there are Algerian islets.
Nice.
Yeah, which I think they're going to be fun because they're multiple colors. There's like 4 colors that shade in there. So
yes,
if that puts somebody off, there's definitely lots of stitches that could be substituted there. And I'm sure Sherry's going to talk about that in the Stitch Along group as well.
Yes.
And the body of the house is also the brown house. So
I think it's rice stitch.
Is that rice stitch?
I think it's rice stitch.
So anyways,
put it over there so I can't grab it, but yeah, I think it is rice stitch.
Yeah,
which gives a nice texture.
Yeah, and is easy to do. The one thing about the Hannah Campbell sampler though is she doesn't lend herself to stitching on Aida. She really definitely needs to be stitched on linen or even weave. And we do have some people who have reached out to us and said, linen's not my thing. Can you please substitute Lugana? And so we're doing that for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Some people like that even weave, and that's fine. No problem.
Yeah. So we'll keep you posted and have more to say about that in our next video, I think.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So the other fun thing that I have going on is next Friday, I'm going to Portland with my best friend Lisa to take a class from, believe this, Jeanette Douglas, who lives 20 minutes away from me. But since we can't seem to spend any time together in Calgary, we're going to go to Portland and have a weekend together. She's teaching a workshop for Janine at Acorns and Threads, and I'm dying to go and see Janine's shop. So
that is funny.
Yeah, so we're going to fly in a day early and go do some hiking and then spend the weekend at Acorns and Threads.
That is nice. And I gather Portland is very hiking friendly, lots of things to go and see? Kind of
Yeah,
thing?
they've got a park called Forest Park that seems to be right inside of Portland, so we don't have to drive very far to get there.
Okay.
And we're just going to see how the day goes and see how
Okay.
much hiking we can get done. So hopefully, we don't really have very much up yet for spring flowers or anything here. So hopefully they'll be a little bit more further ahead and we'll get a taste of that.
Right, yeah. So pussy willows. That's about
Mhm.
it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So anyways, lots of good stuff going on.
Good. It sounds like you have a lot.
Yeah, but it's all good. I think that kind of takes care of what I had to talk about. Do you have
Mhm.
anything else that was on your radar?
No, I think I've covered most everything that I'm either doing or I just have discussed it without showing. And yeah, that's about it.
Well, that was another very enjoyable visit.
It was.
Yes.
It is.
Thank you very much. And
Thank
if
you.
we don't see you in the shop in the next couple of weeks, we'll see you for a video about the 12th of May, I think.
Okay, I'll put that in my calendar.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Okay, thanks, Rose.
Thanks, Janice. We'll see you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.